Hi guys, this is Neuser with another episode of Equipped, the series where I share my preferred loadouts and playstyles for different operators. Hopefully you can find something you can use to improve your game in Rainbow Six Siege. Today we are going to take a closer look at Thermite. So how do you make a guide about Thermite without focusing on the obvious simple stuff? Well, you don't. At least that's my opinion. I think, and I'm probably not alone, that Thermite is the most important attacking operator, since he is unique. He is the only one that can breach a reinforced wall, and therefore a must-pick by all attacking teams, in every round of every game. But before I debate this further, let's take a closer look at the loadout. Thermite is a medium speed, medium armor operator with an exothermic charge as his special ability. With this he can breach reinforced walls as long as they are not jammed by Mute's signal jammers or electrified by Bandit's batteries. He can choose between two primary weapons, the M1014 shotgun, which is the same as Pulse and Castle has, and the 5.56 assault rifle. I have a hard time finding good use for shotguns when attacking, although I've had some fun with it occasionally, and therefore I go with the 5.56 assault rifle. This is a hard-hitting assault rifle that is quite easy to control, although it has some horizontal recoil that can be a bit unpredictable sometimes. For that reason, I always go with the holographic side, as I think this gun gets a bit too hard to use effectively with the ACOG, and that the other sides aren't good enough on medium to long range. But that's just me. I'm sure there are many of you with the capability to do great with the ACOG on this one as well, but I'm not one of them. For the secondary, I use the 5.7, mainly because of the larger capacity and because I find it much easier to control. Thermite used to have frag grenades, but was nerfed some time ago and got the stun grenades instead, if you don't pick the breaching charge. The stun grenade is something I've learned to prefer though. If you saw my last quick tips video, you probably already know this. So, what do I mean about this guide focusing on the obvious? Well, in my opinion, Thermite has one job, a very important one, to open up reinforced walls. And he's kind of not allowed to die until he's done that, because of how much that can hurt the team. So, does that mean you should be careful to pick him if you're new to the game? No, of course not. It's a game and it should be played for fun, at least for the majority of us who don't play competitively and never will be able to perform on a competitive level. What I think it does mean though is two things. When I play Thermite, I try extra hard to focus on my job, although I don't succeed every time, of course. And when I don't play Thermite, I try to support the player who does, especially if it's someone with less experience than me. For example, by playing Thatcher, because no matter how good Thermite might be, he can't breach a reinforced wall that has been jammed by Mute's signal jammers or electrified by Bandit's batteries. And here some random Thatcher player is quick to support me, which makes it so much easier for me to do my job as Thermite. Thermite is of course a strong attacker as well. His assault rifle works very well in all ranges, and when armed with a flashbang, he can play a really aggressive role storming into the objective room. In that sense, I think Thermite's role changes as soon as he has used his exothermic charges. At that point, I often start to play more offensive and feel that I can take much larger risks. At the start of the game though, I only focus on two things. Staying with my team, so I can help them to open up entry points into the objective room, and staying alive. One thing I like to do is to arm a stun grenade as the exothermic charge is burning, to be able to throw it inside right away. There are often defenders looking and aiming towards the opening, and this can make it easier to deal with the closest ones anyway, and perhaps avoid getting rushed or C4'd if you're spotted by a cam and the enemy is fully aware of where you're standing. So, to sum this up, when I play Thermite, I focus on two things: staying alive until I've opened reinforced walls, and staying with my team, so I'm not on the other side of the map when they need my help breaching a reinforced wall. When playing random casual games, I also try to wait and see what sort of operators the other players pick, and if Thermite's not one of them, I often pick him unless I'm not recording some content for a video on another operator, of course. So, that's about it for today, guys. What are your thoughts on Thermite? Do you think there's another operator that perhaps is even more important? Please share your thoughts by leaving a comment below, and it always makes me happy if you give me a thumbs up if you found this video helpful in any way. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my future content. On Sunday, it's time for another episode of Quick Tips, and until then, I will keep being Neuser. Hej då!